Danson here, my sister Youngen, and welcome to the F1 podcast. Well, pre-season, but this is going to be the start of the F1 podcast. I'm joined by Alan.
Hello, people.
And I'm also joined by David.
Well, good evening. This is a different place we're in for doing this.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So,
Looking nice. You've thrown paint on the walls in a strange orange colour, which is obviously something. Hello, everyone.
Alan sounds like he's dying.
No, you can't get rid of me that easy.
Shame. So, how much of attention have you guys actually been paying to, like, pre-season? Not, obviously, we have been paying attention to the car launches, but just in terms of just, like, the pre-season stuff.
As in what? As in all the bits that weren't over Abu Dhabi, or?
Well, yeah, not the controversy stuff.
Because did anything happen besides that? I'm struggling to find it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's very true. That's very, very true. No, I just mean just like, just all the lead up to the car launches.
I'll be honest, I didn't catch a lot. I haven't seen a lot of the car launches because of work and things. I've seen the cars. I've obviously looked at them afterwards. But apart from maybe a quick scan down F1 Twitter after one was launched,
Yeah.
I've not really had the details.
Say, come pre-car launches, it was just the same thing over and over again. It just got so boring, I gave up looking.
Yeah, it was. It was just all Abu Dhabi this, Abu Dhabi that, or FIA investigation this, FIA investigation that.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. I mean, yeah, I'll admit I have not been this well behaved when it comes to the FIA and the Ben, shall we say? But it is what it is.
What's happened has happened. You know, this is a new season, new era.
Depending which side of the fence you're on, you're going to feel either well done to or hard done by. But that's how it goes. I mean, what happened? Let's settle
happened?
it on the track.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is the thing. It's, what happened. But at the end of the day,
The sunsets.
a lot of the Hamilton fans are still really butthurt over it, and it's like, come on, it's a new season.
See, I would admit I am a Hamilton fan.
We know
all know
you
that.
are.
We all
After
have
our
our
many
crosses to bear.
discussions. Our many discussions, especially after Silverstone. Oh,
I remember that one.
so do I.
Yeah.
What happened? Do I think Hamilton got a bit stitched up? Yes and no. Did his team let him down? Yeah. But then again, as I said to you several times, Chris, if that was Red Bull out in front, would they have done exactly the same sort of thing? Most probably.
That's it, and that's how at the end of the day, to me, yeah, Merck lost here. They had multiple abilities to pit.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to lose track position. That was the main thing. That's what they would.
I can't really agree with them.
That's what they were banking on, was not losing that track position. But at the end of the day, Merck screwed themselves in the foot shot themselves in the foot by not pitting Hamilton. I don't agree. Yeah. Honestly, I don't agree with what they've done to Massey. I really don't agree with that. But
no,
because they've give Mercedes and Hamilton what they wanted. And I'm sorry, but if that isn't influencing at a start of a season, what is?
Yeah, I get that, but they would have, obviously with what they've done, I'm not going to go into full details of what they've done now and things like that. Yes, he still has a job within the industry.
In the VAR.
Which I can't see working.
No.
Well, I think we'll probably come on to that later, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've got weird thoughts about
Mhm.
Right, lads, park cars up for 2 minutes, will you? We need to have a look at this.
Yeah,
It works in football where you can all stop and look at a screen.
that's
Yeah.
it. It works in certain sports. It works in football. It works in rugby.
Yeah.
It's not going to work in live motorsport. Not a chance.
Plus, to be honest, we kind of already do VAR because how do the stewards make the decisions? They're looking at screens.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know. But they're also going to. I know that the 2 new race directors have been appointed that are going to alternate. I'm not sure what their names are, so I don't know, but they're going to be swapping roles.
Now, that to me you kind of want. I would have been, I'd have been happy with it being more than one person, but you kind of want the consistency of the same ones. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's 2 people. I'm going to make an absolute ass of these pronunciations. I apologize in advance. Niles Wittich and Eduardo Freitas.
Really? Them 2?
You know those names, do you?
I'm aware of them. Yeah.
Care to fill in those of us who are obviously a bit thicker?
Well,
Because
them 2 have been them 2 have been within them 2 have been in the motorsport for a while. They were actually under. They were doing other stuff when Charlie Whiting, Charlie was
Whiting.
around. Yeah, they were there when he was around.
But yeah, this article dated the 18th of February, so 10 days ago, is naming those 2.
Yeah, and this is the thing. They're going to be swapping alternative roles, and I kind of don't like that. Because, one of them can make bad mistake, and then the next race, it'll be this other guy, maybe. But it's going to be
To me, the best way would have been, say maybe about 3 of them. Maybe have Massey and those 2. Because the thing with 3 is you're not going to get a deadlock, because if it's a 2-way vote, you're always going to get a win. But the thing is, if you do it that way, you do 3 people, you don't publish who voted for what. It's just a director's decision. It was a 2, it'd say like 2-1. He got a penalty, so he got a penalty. You don't say who did it. You just that's the decision.
Yeah.
There's a reason these like talent programs always have an odd number of judges because it means you don't have deadlocks.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know what Alan's thoughts are about this.
I think he's died.
Alan?
He's still in. He's still in there.
I know he's there.
Alan, have you knocked a button to mute your mic?
I have no idea what he's done. 1 second. We're gonna have to keep rolling with this.
PC has decided to do a fucking update. He's just Facebook messaged.
Oh, you're joking.
No, he's not had Discord. Right, folks, so he will join us. We're still live, I take it.
Yeah, we're still.
He will join us back in a second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. This is why we're doing a pre-season trial.
Mm.
Get these technical difficulties out of the way.
But technically, even if he was doing that update, then he could have not.
I'd say he's not noticed the warning come up, and it's got to the point where it's just turned off. Because I've had computers do that to me before. Especially if you've got some at full screen a game on, and it's done this little box in the corner that you've not noticed.
Yeah,
It goes down on you.
But okay, so we will have to repeat one small topic.
Which one?
Well, it'll be
that?
The only topic that we need to just sort of get Alan's views on is the whole like Massey situation.
Sounds like he might have just dropped back in. Might take a second for his mic to level off.
I have sort of joined back in.
Oh, he's on his phone, I guess.
Yeah.
How far did you actually hear before your computer decided to go?
I remember when we were talking about. All I heard you say was Charlie Whiting. That was it.
Oh right, it's basically the two sort of new guys that are alternating. They were under Charlie. They worked well with him, but then.
Like I say, I think then you heard me read the names out.
Yeah, I heard you read the names out, and Chris obviously knew who they were, and
yeah.
I'm not going to try that again because
No.
they probably offended them both the first time.
Oh, well.
What are the names again?
But
I'll send it to you.
but in terms of what did, like David said about, there's having the three of them in the room and then they just vote
Vote not unanimously.
anonymously.
That's the one. That's the one.
I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are with that.
Well, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes.
End of the day, you've got to balance. The only other downside we'll say on that is, don't forget, they've got to make decisions quickly. It's not like, say, football, where sometimes you get decisions can be made, the game can be paused.
Yeah.
In F1, they'd have to make a decision within a couple of laps, usually.
Well, yeah. But it's going to be the same with that VAR.
Like I say, I'm waiting to see. I'm probably missing something obvious that will make it work, but as it stands, I really can't see how that's going to work.
I can't.
I don't see how it's going to work, personally, because they have referenced it to a VAR. And it's like, well, how's that going to work? Honestly,
It's not going to work.
Oh, no, it'll get changed. What's the betting it'll get changed? There is the other issue, the point we are going to raise, obviously, before we get on to discussing cars and stuff like that. What do you think of we've talked about it off air, shall we say, but we have talked about it in different. Was it the...
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Don't you hate it when this happens? I should have made a note of this. That was it. David mentioned it. Alan mentioned it last night, and it's just come back to me. Well, you've both mentioned it to me anyways, because we've discussed it. But the cutting team radio to race control thing now. They're basically putting it back to how it was.
Yeah.
Not in, obviously, 2019 we didn't have it.
To me, it kind of goes against the trying to be transparent.
Mm.
You can say it wasn't consistent anyway. It's only what they wanted us to hear.
Well, it always went through editing first to make sure there wasn't any rude words or anything. The last thing they wanted was in the middle of daytime TV was hearing your Tortor, Massey and effing whatever.
Well,
it's not going to something that's going to bother me that much, because it's not something that was in there since the start.
No. To be honest, I would personally have gone a step further, and I would have reduced the amount that teams were allowed to talk to the officials full stop.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was one of the big problems, and something that Abu Dhabi highlighted was the teams sort of bombarding in on Massey with their views, their ideas.
Mm.
And personally, I would have seen about maybe reducing. I think it's one of you guys said it in another broadcast we were doing about maybe having a nominated person outside the director who basically takes calls.
Yeah.
And passes anything he thinks relevant on to the race directors.
Well,
receptionist, I guess, is the best term. Secretary, but...
Well, yeah, but what was it that... Where was it they did...
Well, wasn't it Massey who told me said that he... not going to check his phone, there's no point sending him emails, no point sending him text messages. He's busy concentrating on races, because that's what Toto did. He emailed him during a race.
Which is wrong.
I think Horner was bad for that. I seem to remember... I think it was after the Silverstone incident, wasn't it? Horner was saying, we've emailed you this, and...
Yeah, but did we hear that?
I'm sure that got broadcast.
I know Toto did.
Toto's did. I don't think Red Bull's ever did.
I'm sure it did. It got broadcast. It was during the. It was after the Hamilton Verstappen incident at Silverstone.
No, I don't know.
We won't talk about that, okay?
No, don't bring that.
No, let's. It's
but the thing is, it's not. I didn't find that all exciting. I really didn't find the whole team listening in on the team communication all exciting. That exciting. It just was like, this isn't entertaining. This is just turning it into a fucking pantomime.
This is just making it Drive to Survive.
Which,
I mean, with normal team radios, yeah, keep them.
yeah,
Because it gives everybody the insight, even gives other teams. Because know they've got somebody watching it.
And it makes teams think about what they say because they know there's a chance it'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team radios they'll probably keep. What they are wanting to get rid of is basically the teams. We're not going to be able to hear anything like Toto going, "Oh no, Mikey, this is wrong," and all that shite. That's what they're getting rid of.
I can do that again.
That wasn't a very good Toto impression.
I
I'll
don't
have to tell you that.
I don't give a fuck.
And it was no Michael, by the way, not Mikey.
No, he said Mikey.
There was no Mikey, no.
He did say no, Mikey, no.
Oh, I thought he said no Michael, no Michael, no Michael.
No, it was no, Mikey, no.
And then a set of Bose headphones had to pay the ultimate sacrifice.
Again. Again. Yeah, but it was like the whole, like what we heard. What was it? Was it Red Bull and Michael Massey when they were on about this whole offer shit? There was a whole was it Brazil or was it? There was one race where there was an offer made that Red Bull didn't have to accept.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're on about. I can't remember which one. I think that was Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil won it. I recall that.
Over a position, but he actually sort of gave them the offer, and there was a lot of confusion over it, and it was just like.
No, that was actually Abu Dhabi.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was still the first corners.
Yes, it was. It was to do with Hamilton's cutting the corner, wasn't it?
No, they were in the pit lane at the time. They were in the pit lane. The race had been red flagged.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the race had
been... had such a season up and down. But...
Yeah, no, the race had been red flagged, and they were in the pit lane when that offer was made.
Yes, you're right.
I can't remember which race that was now.
It was when they were jiggling him about in the pit lane before they went out again, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were pissing around with him in the pit lane.
I prefer my terminology, but yours works as well.
But it's just, yeah. Alan's not going to have the photographs in front of him yet, is he?
Hey?
You're not going to.
I've got the photo in front of me, thank you.
Are you back on your computer?
No, it's on my phone.
Oh, right, fair enough. Well, I don't know. You do sound completely different anyways. You do sound different on there.
Does sound better?
No.
Still not quite as bad as some of the broadcasts, but no, it's not an amazing.
So, this photograph, guys, was done before. Obviously, it's the Happy New Lunar New Year one. Who's number 24? Do we know actually who number 24 is? Or is 24 never been taken?
Your second fact checking? Zhao.
Huh?
Zhao's taken.
Fair enough.
Hence the reason for the lunar one, because of his nationality.
Well, yeah.
Because thankfully nobody's taken 42 yet, and if anybody does, they'll be in trouble with me.
What are you going to do? Write a strongly worded letter?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Heard it all now, folks. I've heard it
Number
all.
42 is mine, and mine only.
There'll be a lot of angry tweets.
Yeah. But honestly, didn't you say, Alan, that this has something to do with, possibly had something to do with that they brought into the game, into F1?
I think they brought this sort of, yeah, I'm not too sure. Because it does, from the pictures themselves, obviously it does look like it's from the game.
Hmm.
So whether it's a livery that they bought into the game, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find that picture now. I'm just trying
1
to
and 2.
Ah, yeah, I've got that list you give us.
Yeah, it was 1
Please
and
hold, caller.
2. Insert elevator music here.
Yeah, it's all right, I'll get myself through to it.
He's trying.
Very. There's a
We
link.
know.
I said it before you did.
But even when they showed this on the car, I wonder actually whose car it was. If it or was it just that demonstrator model? Because look at the bloody air ducts on it.
If you look at it, it does actually look like the Alfa Romeo.
We'll get onto that. I'll do the comparison when we get onto the Alpha.
Look at the air ducts on that. Now, there's a sentence you never thought you'd hear before,
No,
ladies
but
and gentlemen.
I'm being serious. It does
Ah,
actually look like the Alfa Romeo, doesn't it?
Well, it's because we're going to get onto it, but because for what we all reckon, that first Haas livery we saw was only on a generic car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this could just be like the nearest thing to the generic F1 render that they gave. So I'm assuming F1 gave the teams like a generic outline for them to start designing on. The
Yeah,
teams
they
then, of
did.
course, refined it
Yeah.
to what they want.
But if you remember the first car that they showed off, where did they show it? Where did they show it? Was it
I can't remember. I've actually got a picture of it in front of me now, so yeah.
the one with the weirdy colouring on it?
But looking at that, it has got the same. It's got the same air ducts by the looks of it as the. But no, it hasn't.
It's not got the same air ducts as the Alpha.
I'll drop it in the. I know this doesn't really work for you audio listeners, but
Well, they will see it once I swip up.
They are actually slightly different.
They'll see once I switch over.
I've dropped a link in the chat in our what I was taking the information off.
Which chat?
PlayStation chat.
Fair enough. I'll have a quick gander on my phone.
Yeah, because those side pods are different.
That's at first I thought it was maybe just the design making it look, but no, the side pods are definitely a lot smaller on that render on that first F1 car.
Yeah, they are.
Front wings similar.
We'll soon see. We'll see.
But no, the front wing's different because look on the render car, the front wing goes beyond the nose, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas on the one, so maybe it is maybe it was like an early Alpha. I'm assuming this was a render. I'm assuming it didn't really exist. So maybe it was based on some of the very early Alpha.
No,
yeah,
that is actually on a set.
Oh right.
That's one of the proper cars. That's why it's got the number on it. So I reckon it could be possibly the Alpha, or the an earlier shell.
No, because once again the nose thing still applies. Compare that because we've got the Alpha in the chat as well.
Yeah.
The nose is different. The air pods are bigger. The side pods, I should say.
It's definitely a real F1 car, anyways. Okay.
But anyway, as usual, we're distracting ourselves.
Yes, we are. So, number 3. Well, you guys know it's number 3, but as you can see, guys, the Aston Martin and the medical car is back.
12 races.
Yeah.
12 out of what we on 23 or
23.
25 here, so just over half then, isn't it?
But as we know, with the Aston Martin safety car, there will be no safety cars.
That's just in our game. Unless Chris gets involved.
But also...
Well, no, to start off with, don't forget, whenever they use the Aston Martin, there was no safety car come out.
Yeah.
Which is actually a true thing.
Well, they obviously had it on one of those fleet rental deals and didn't want to put the mileage on it.
I'd rather them put the mileage on the Aston Martins than the Mercs.
It was the other Mercs that long, they at least own them by now.
I mean, I would have loved to have heard that go around Monaco.
Oh, yeah.
What?
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah.
the onboard lap they had of it round Jeddah was something to behold.
Oh, it sounded nice. It did.
It sounded like it was hanging on for dear life.
He was driving it, literally.
Oh, right.
To see them, it makes you laugh because you hear all the F1 drivers go, "Oh, well, the safety car's going too slow. The safety car's going too slow." Guess what? He's fucking not. You guys are actually, you guys have got over 1,000 horsepower. What the fuck has that got?
They've got 1,000 horsepower in something that weighs 800 kilos. He's got 600 in 2 tons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing as well is running a sort of a road tyre's the wrong terminology, but I would imagine they're not running slicks.
They're all weather. They have to be all weather tires on the
I was
safety
gonna
cars.
say, they would have to be because there's no good of a sudden downpour. Well, safety car can't come out because we're just changing its tyres.
Yeah, it's an all weather. They're always, regardless of whether it's the Merc or it's the Aston, they are all running all weather race spec tires.
Yeah.
So you can't do a proper F1 pit stop on one of them, could you?
Well, no, you'll have to be at least 5 wheel nuts, not just the one.
Hey, that'd be an interesting fucking challenge for them, wouldn't it? See who can change the bloody safety car's tire the quickest.
And knowing the look of them lot, it'll be on bloody bolts, not nuts. So it'll be an absolute frigging arse.
Yeah, they'll be on wheel nuts with probably one
Safety bolt. Safety nut.
Yeah, one of them.
Locking nut. Who's got the locking nut?
Who's got the locking nut key?
It's in the glove box.
It's not in the glove box. Look under the spare tyre.
But yeah,
that was an interesting dynamic to F1 pit stops, wasn't it? That's as bad as one of the comedians was joking. Can you imagine if Quick Fit took over F1 pit stop? Now Hamilton flies in. Well, we can see you in about half an hour, pal, but all your brakes could do with doing while you're here.
Yeah. But we'll make this point. Obviously, Burt Mylander is probably going to be there at every race as a safety car driver, whereas the Doctor, Dr. Ian, whatever the hell he's called, and Van der Merwe will not be at every race.
Well, no, I think it's just Van der Merwe.
That's just Van der Merwe to do with vaccination.
No, I think the Doctor guy isn't going to be there either. I think that's what was said earlier, but whether he's obviously whether he's decided to sort himself out or not. But I know Van der Merwe, the thing I read about it was, I'm not getting vaccinated because of my health, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah.
It's his own choice.
I know it. No, I know it's his own choice, but it's the statement though in which way he said it was because I am protecting my health by not getting vaccinated.
Yeah.
That was just a bit like, you think about it, it's like, well, getting vaccinated, you are protecting your health. Being unvaccinated, you're not. I get it's free, I get it's freedom of choice, blah blah blah. All of us are actually vaccinated and boosted, but it's up to people what they want to do. But it was just that statement that had me a little perplexed in terms of like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not getting vaccinated because I'm protecting my health. That was a bit like, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay. First car release. I can't remember the date because I haven't got the date thing up. I have a separate picture of all the launch car dates. Somewhere. Where? There it is.
I don't know.
Got it. So, 4th of Feb. I'm not obviously going to put this in because it's already gone, but the 4th of February we had our first launch. And that was Haas. So as you can see, guys.
Well, we call it first launch. I mean, for all we know, looking at the pictures, it might have just been the 2021 car finally finishing Abu Dhabi.
Well, yeah, that's true. But in theory, if you now look at the Haas, and then quickly look at the Lunar New Year car. The side pod.
No.
Well, the side pods. Oh no, the side pods are different, aren't they, on the Haas? It's not.
Yeah.
I reckon it is possibly the Alpha.
Possibly. I actually reckon this Haas, the one we're looking at, is just done on the pre-season. The nose is slightly different, but the version we've got might be an older one. I don't think that was actually the car. I think that was just the livery on a generic shell.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But did were some of the cars actually, were some of the cars that were shown, were they the real thing, or were they just a generic shell?
Well, a lot of them probably were, because at the end of the day, they're going to have they're going to be changing before the first race, because we've had the first test.
Yeah.
I mean, we were looking before we come online about the bouncing issue that some are having.
The porpoising issue
Hmm.
is what they are classing that as. Well, they're all having
They do low riders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so it's called hydraulics.
Well, they're all having the porpoising issue. I just think it's Ferrari and McLaren have actually sorted out how to stop it from porpoising at this point.
Well, Ferrari's supposed to cut big holes in the floor, wasn't it? From what I
don't know. I didn't exactly read.
Basically. As long as there's not one directly under the driver, they should be all right.
But
shit, where's Norris gone?
Yeah. But the weird thing is, I mean, I'm gonna touch on this subject in a minute. There was this whole big statement of these cars are gonna allow them to race closer together, eliminate, it's gonna give them more close racing, blah de blah de blah, like they said. And if them cars are porpoising like they are, there's no fucking way are we going to get close racing action off them.
I can actually quite honestly tell you now, this Haas I'm pretty confident wasn't a real car. I can spot that for one simple reason.
On which one? On the overground, on the above shot?
On both shots. It's the same car on both shots.
Yeah, I know that.
But I can tell you a lot of ways it's probably not a finished production car.
Where are you looking?
On the back. There's no actuator for the DRS.
Yeah, there isn't.
There isn't on the Red Bull either. The Red Bull.
No, I wonder. Yeah.
There is on the. I'm going through all the pictures now, and every other one, the actuator's there in the middle on the Haas and the Red Bull. It isn't. So that makes you pretty confident that they are not.
They weren't showing.
They weren't production. They weren't.
Yeah.
Production models is the wrong term, but they weren't final.
Well, we don't even know what's going to become of the Haas. Their final livery, anyways.
Well, at the moment, it's all white.
It's white without. Sorry, guys, but it is without the Ucrali sponsor. And if you're aware of current affairs, you'll know what's going on. If you're a fan of the F1 sport, you'll know what's going on. If you're just...
listening to this now down in your bunker, you'll know what's happening.
Well, yeah. But if you're not, if you're listening to this and thinking, well, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Basically, obviously, Russia invaded Ukraine. Well, we'll do the short story. Russia invaded Ukraine. Ucrali is a Russian company. Obviously, Nikita Mazepin's father owns has a 20% stake in Haas. Haas is an American-owned company, and because of current events, Haas made the decision to take Ucrali sponsorship off their trucks, off their trailers, off their cars, and they were running a pure white with the one-on-one sponsor on, but not any of the Ucrali branding, which has caused a little bit of issues with Haas because Ucrali aren't happy with Haas removing it, but I can see why that's happened, and we can also touch on the subject here, guys. We might as well. that the Russian Grand Prix has been canned this year.
Not surprisingly.
And in its place is supposed to be Turkey.
Turkey. I would also add in as well that it wasn't just the fact that there was the pictures that emerged of Mazepin and his father meeting with Putin probably didn't help the situation.
No.
I've seen several of those pictures.
Yeah, but he had been at Russian Grand Prix and he had been giving out, obviously, the awards at Russian Grand Prix and stuff.
No, but there
like
was
that.
pictures of like
Oh,
I think
yeah,
the
I know
picture
there
of
has
his father
been.
in Putin's office.
I don't think that's helped things with the American owners, if I'm honest.
Now the 1&1, they are Mick Schumacher's main sponsor.
Yeah, that's why they're on there.
That's why that stayed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that, of course, does leave a very big point because if I'm amazed you actually pronounced it. I'd never realised you just said Ukrali.
Ukrali.
Yeah, but there's no R after the K. Ukali or something. I don't know. But anyway, running an F1 car isn't cheap.
No.
And if they can't get the money out of there, they're going to have to find it from somewhere. A team that we know has struggled anyway.
Yeah.
Now, as much as I don't want to see a team drop out of F1, but there may be Porsche have been rumoured. You were talking about Andretti have been rumoured.
I think Porsche has been rumoured with Red Bull for 2026.
Porsche has been rumoured with Red Bull.
Oh, but Porsche and Audi have been rumoured into Formula 1 for years, and then Dieselgate shut everything down.
But, no,
because they had to spend so much money in fines.
Like I say, I think if Haas are going to struggle, I think maybe Gene Haas might get off his smug fucking backside and stop being an absolute dickhead and realise that, yes, your team is about to go fucking tits up. May look at opening discussions again with Andretti's son.
Or they could just get a sponsor, as in Rich Energy.
They can't. Rich Energy fell through.
I would say I had some Rich Energy drinks a while ago, but I didn't know they were still going.
Yeah.
They won't. No, they won't.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, but they won't. I don't think they'll put a sponsorship for Rich Energy because.
Well, look at one last time.
Yeah. It was.
That's it. We're gonna have Haas sponsored by Rockstar. That put the win with Red Bull, Monster, or somebody like that.
Yeah, but we can't have Monster.
Why?
Hamilton.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because Red Bull is sponsoring a guy in the Williams.
Exactly.
So if they want that to happen, they'd make that happen.
So, but no,
it raises an interesting point, and it's who has the money to sponsor F1? Because tobacco companies aren't allowed to anymore.
No, because look at what's happened to Ferrari, and we'll get to that. You'll see that in the pictures. Mission Winnow has been removed from their livery.
But going back a few years, you'll remember it was always like it was the Camel, it was John Player Special, Marlboro,
JPS, BH, Marlboro.
It was into other sports. But snooker was the Embassy. It was after Embassy cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then they banned tobacco advertising.
Yeah, because they had the money. That was the thing. They have the money, and I will point it out when we get to the Ferrari. There actually is still a tobacco or a substitute of tobacco company is still on Ferrari's car.
But if you start, because it's like they kept talking about trying to maybe ban alcohol sponsorship. It's like if you ban the tobacco companies and then the booze companies, you're not going to have a lot of people left.
No, you're not. Well, I mean, it's like on a separate incident. Bloody Jamie Chadwick, innit? She was trying to fund to go up into a Formula 3 and she couldn't afford it. So she's, like Alan said, she's gone back into
W Series.
The other night, she's gone back into the W Series to defend a title again. So it's not a cheap game. Clearly not. It's not a cheap game to get into.
Oh no, I think it was Frank Williams said, you make a small fortune out of motor racing. You start with a big one.
Okay.
thing is, I would love to see, me and Chris talked about yesterday. I'd love to see, especially for the lower leagues such as Formula 3, women actually driving it against men.
Yeah, mix it up.
The thing is that this is where I may come under some flack.
You're about to.
There is no rules that say women cannot. And then I just don't get this whole mentality of we want inclusion. We're going to start our own series that men can't be in. What happened to the inclusion comment of 2 minutes ago?
Well, yeah, I kind of get that. I do get that, but maybe. Yeah, but I
Trust me, any team,
yeah, but it's
no doubt there are women drivers out there of high enough standards, and if one got to the level where F1 was even half a chance, a team would snap them up because the amount of positive press you get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't I can't remember, but isn't there in like the Ferrari in the junior academies or something? Isn't the females in that?
Well, isn't Jade Edwards a backup driver for Aston still somewhere down the line?
Probably.
Jade, who was taking part in the BTCC last year in Hondas.
Maybe.
But yeah, as soon as there's a female driver out there and who has a real chance at this level, they will be in because the teams will get so much good press and so much good support out of it.
Yeah.
So it will happen. It will happen.
It needs to happen. But it's kind of. I'd like to see that happen. I'd like to see that happen in football as well.
I'd love. I've always been one of these people that says from where I go, I'd love to see the England women's football team up against the men's.
Well, one of the England women's team is actually from Barra, but yeah, I know she's from Barra.
But we won't hold that against her.
No. Anyways, move on to. We're kind of starting to get off piece here a little bit again.
Well, that's what we do.
I know we do.
It's normal.
No. Well, yeah, I see what you mean about, obviously, I don't think I didn't include an upshot of Red Bull. But yeah,
But from the pictures I'm looking at here, I cannot see that actuator.
No.
Whereas pretty much every other car,
I don't know. If you actually zoom right in, you can actually see it.
No, I don't think.
I don't think they did. I really don't think they did put that out
No,
as a
because
full car.
if you look at the words Red Bull, there's not a.
No,
where it would
but
be.
then a lot of the cars have done that.
No, every other one, because you can see it quite clearly on. I mean, the AlphaTauri have painted it white, so it doesn't blend it. It's still clearly there.
Well, it's not.
Not there on the Williams actually either.
No. Well, we shouldn't actually call it Red Bull, though, should we?
Sorry, what are they called?
Oracle. Isn't it Oracle Red Bull Racing or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, because Oracle are now coming in as. Which goes to prove one thing: Red Bull, we say another company with money, yet they're bringing somebody else in as a title sponsor.
Yeah.
Because even they agree it's fucking expensive.
Oh, yeah. I imagine so.
Well, they were part of Red Bull anyway last year, but this time they're more of a sponsor.
Well, it was but it was Honda, wasn't it? Honda was the main sponsor last season.
Oracle, who are a cloud-based computing company.
Yeah.
I genuinely had no idea. I've just looked that up now while we're talking.
Yeah, they are. It's weird. But if you've noticed, I'm going to nip back to the Haas. But if you look at the Haas there, guys, and you see the pods, the
side pods.
The side pods, and then you look at the Red Bull from the front, totally different.
So I'm saying it's one thing I've liked to have seen. There was a great shot.
The wing is completely different as well.
There was a great shot from a top-down view I saw, comparing, I think it was the Merc, the Aston, and the McLaren.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, all three are Mercedes engine cars.
Yeah.
But the difference in design, in particular, around the rear of the car towards the rear wing,
It's completely different.
was huge.
Oh, yeah.
And it's even though they've got this set pattern to work from, to see how the designers are coming up with their own workarounds,
The cars are different.
is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because one of them, you never know, it might not be one we expect, might just hit the formula right. No pun intended.
Well, yeah.
This is
I didn't
it.
realise I actually said it.
We may see Williams do really well this year.
Told you, part of me, if Bottas can take it to Merck in that Alfa Romeo, I will be laughing all the way to.
That would be interesting because it'd be like, yeah, hey, you got rid of me. And
You know, when
this-
we're doing the first podcast on 20th of March and celebrating Bottas is winning an Alfa Romeo, I'll be laughing till at least Wednesday afternoon.
Okay. It's first one of the season's going to be a real interesting. As long as we don't have another incident.
It carries on from Abu Dhabi.
No, not Abu Dhabi. I'm going back to Bahrain. But I'm going back to Bahrain from the 2020 season.
What, Perez's win?
Was it Bahrain?
And you give a bit more information than that.
Yeah, you really are.
There's been a lot of incidents.
It's a real big incident.
You know about Grosjean?
Yes.
That was the Bahrain short.
No, was it? The outer loop, you mean?
Yeah, it was the short one, so it was the outer loop.
Oh,
No, because Bahrain Short was the one in the game that had that really
yeah.
fucking awful third corner.
Yeah, but yeah, well, still, but going back to Bahrain, where that incident, and it's just like, yeah, he's still up to his old tricks, though, isn't he? Okay.
As that thing I linked you to,
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah.
Ran into the back of Sato during practice.
Yeah.
See, one thing I do like about this Red Bull, I like those red rims.
I do
Well,
like...
that's one thing I was going to bring up. And it was one thing we found this year with the 18-inch wheels. In a throwback to 1990s low-spec Fords, wheel trims have made a return.
Yeah.
Not all of them have done it, but
I
that
think
red.
pretty much they've all done wheel
but I didn't-
wheel trims, aren't they?
Yeah, but I couldn't get a shot of like the Haas, but yeah, no, the Red Bull has got the red. So if we move on to Aston Martin, like I was like, oh yeah, Aston Martin's the car's nice, but the wheel trim, the wheel covers, meh.
Now the Aston to me wins the design award. I think that is lovely.
See, that has
Really do.
does that have his actuator there?
Yes, it does. You can see
Yeah,
it
it
between
does.
the two pylons.
Yeah, it actually does.
See, that's a proper British racing green.
Is it though? People were saying it's not British racing green.
No, it's not. It's too light. It's Aston Martin green. It's the same green as the safety cars.
Yeah, but when you actually saw the car properly, it did look the British racing green.
British racing green is very dark.
Oh, I know it's dark.
Aston Martin have their own, which they've used for years on the racing cars, which is actually quite a lot lighter. And to
But-
me, it's closer to that.
Obviously, apart from obviously that green, you've got that
Yellow
just the
trim.
lines on it. Yeah,
Well, that's also a throwback to the road cars. A lot of the high-speed road cars, I'm thinking like the Vantage N24,
Well,
always had the grille surrounded with a yellow
yeah,
line.
but the safety cars are gone. Safety car and medical car have got it, I think.
Yeah. Because it's a throw to the Aston Martin's own colours. It's a throw to their...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They haven't got it around the grille, they've only got it around the edging of the front splitter and the side skirts.
yeah.
what are we on about? Safety car.
Safety
Safety
car.
car.
Yeah. But even up the up the back wing on the Formula One car itself. I mean, yet again, you look at the Aston Martin. Look at their side. Look at the side pods on that.
The square.
There's a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
Look at them
the side
babbles.
pods on that.
No, but if you look at the side pods on that there, or the side pod in the picture,
Your chat up lines need work, mate.
fuck you. They're very, very square. They're a complete different.
And they've also
shape.
got cheese graters on the side pods.
Yeah. That looks like it's just going to increase drag. That honestly
Looks like if somebody runs into it, it's going to have a fun time.
Yeah. One thing though, what I want to discuss as well. Well, we don't even know this question, but how effective do you reckon these wheels are going to be? Do you think Pirelli are going to be able to stop what the hell happened at Azerbaijan and stuff, where obviously Stroll went out and Max went out and...
Well, I think the biggest thing, which a few of the drivers have said, is obviously with the front wheels now, where they've got that slight covering on it, it's actually making it a lot harder to see properly. Because the wheels are bigger, and that covering, it blocks their view slightly.
But I don't understand how.
Because in an F1 car, you're sat that low anyway.
Yeah, but that's the thing, I just don't understand how the cover would block the view.
Don't forget, we normally play the game from the TV camera.
I know we do.
We have a very different view. But, I mean, the wheel size change has been brought about. It's actually for Pirelli were the ones who brought it up. Because the old wheels were 13-inch.
Yeah, but which makes me laugh. They've still...
Nothing on the road runs 13-inch these days.
No, but...
By coming to 18s, it's bringing them closer to what road cars, which will allow the development they're doing to hopefully benefit the road cars. I mean, your average hatchbacks are coming with 18s on these days.
Yeah, because the race cars themselves are actually a lot higher off the ground compared to what they used to be, where they were so low.
Well, I wonder if, you know, this whole porpoising thing, I kind of wonder if they're trying to do the ground effect thing. I wonder if that's what they're trying to
That's
achieve.
been discussed, yeah. They're trying to... I mean, what, do you reckon we can come out with a massive fan strapped to the back of it?
No, but with the height of the cars that they are, I wonder if the cars have been trying to, they're trying to achieve the ground effect because of the increased tyre size, but it's kind of not working.
And hopefully we'll avoid a little bit of the bottoming out that some of them suffered quite badly from towards the end of last year.
Yeah.
But the wing mirrors are still incredibly tiny on them.
Do you really think they use them, though?
I was going to say, they're not going to go whap a set off a Scania, mate.
No, but...
Aerodynamics.
I know, but they keep complaining about, oh, well, I'm guessing he didn't look in his mirror and all this lot, and then it's just like, well, maybe make the wing mirrors just a little bit bigger then. Give him a little bit better view.
Chris is there picturing the things he had on his coach strapped to the side of an F1 car. Well, no, they'll go one better. They'll just have a camera in the screen in the middle of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Well, they could put the Shrek ears on them.
No, so just a little camera in back by exhaust, so when they select reverse, it comes up on screen with the lines to show them where they're going to reverse to.
Okay. Next car.
McLaren. I love this car.
I love the blue. I do love the blue on it.
I just want to know one thing.
Is it going to go in the dark?
Yeah.
I'm sure I saw pictures of it.
There's supposed to be that blue is going to do something, and it's going to make it glow.
Here, hang on.
I can't.
Because they got it on the rims as well.
Yeah.
It's actually not all the blue. It's more than I think you'll think.
Don't forget, I'm not going to show it, unfortunately.
Well, you are, because you to be able to drag the link up.
That means I've got to go into...
Yeah.
What do you mean I'll be able to drag the link up?
But if you look at that, it's actually a lot of the oranges glow in the dark.
Yeah,
One
it's
second,
the orange.
I just kind of didn't want to show this up.
Just, yeah.
Hang on.
If it does that in a race, on a night race,
Thinking like, well, it's even we don't really get, because even the night races aren't dark as such, are they? 'Cause it's that well
Yeah,
lit.
but that's the. Why does it always do this with Reddit?
but they reckon it's just for the launch.
I mean, they reckon it's just for the launch, but we'll see. But that's not even blue, that's black.
No, but no, we're looking because you've got the sponsor logo on the top that's lit up blue. You've got the wheel trim, you've got all the oranges been lit up.
But if you bear with me for one...
No. That's not the F1 car.
That's the Indy car.
No, it's not. It's the E-race. It's the E-car.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
E-sports.
Ah.
Yeah, that's not the proper F1. Because it's black. It's the Shadow E-Team car. Because McLaren have actually come in and said it. That it's the McLaren Shadow E-Team car. So, yeah.
So what?
Ooh.
So what's that one for then?
Esports.
No. Why would that be for esports? How are you going to use that for esports?
What, for the electric racing?
You mean for Formula E?
Yeah.
That's not esports.
That's not esports. That's Formula E. And Formula E cars are completely bigger than that. One second. Hang on, guys. How are you? I've got to just check this out. McLaren Shadow E-Team. So, according to this, it is actually... The Shadow E-Team is actually used... McLaren Shadow Project, a virtual racing program. So, I'm guessing that is going to be part for the esports team. Then, that livery for virtually.
Does that mean we'll get that livery in the game?
Maybe not, because we're not esports players.
Yeah, but the esports players were just using the standard game, weren't they? There was no major.
Well, yeah, but I don't. That's the thing. We don't want to be able to just stick with the Shadow E all the time, especially if we've got that one on the grid. If we've got the proper F1 2022.
Either way, I like the look of it.
I don't mind it, but I kind of like I prefer the blue.
And
Oh yeah, the blue is a lot better. But the McLaren itself, the new McLaren, the F1 car, does look nice.
Well, it is a little bit of like I say, like I pointed to you both, that it is a little bit of a throwback at the Golf livery.
Yeah.
The Golf blue.
It's kind of inverted Gulf, though, isn't it? Because the original Gulf was more blue than orange.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's still that Gulf blue look. Okay.
Next up.
The AlphaTauri.
Again, I like it.
The wheel covers are very meh.
Yeah. Compared to last year.
Yeah. But the thing that you notice more on the AlphaTauri than you do the McLaren, even if you look at the back wing of the McLaren to the back wing of the AlphaTauri, even all the other cars, the AlphaTauri's back wing seems to just pop at you a little bit more. For some bizarre reason, it does. I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, the AlphaTauri is very similar to last year, but it's inverted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. it's very darker.
But
Well,
I don't think it's because it's just what it was originally. It was the other way around. So the bits that are blue on this one were white.
see that? Looking on the pictures, it doesn't even look blue.
It's more like a matte grey, isn't it?
Kind of looks like a charcoal and grey.
Mm.
But it'd be good to see that running up. I reckon they're going to have a good year.
No, there'll be Pirellis.
Sure they're not Michelin's.
No, it says Pirelli on the side.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
You've got 23 more of these after this one, pal. Just remember that.
Maybe 22. Depends if they actually do put turkey in or not. And
on the subject of your poi car blimey, look at the side pods. If it's square you're after.
yeah, the side pods on this are...
They look like they're ready to install bloody TVs into.
Yeah, they look a bit...
That's where the camera's going.
Yeah. It's where the driver looks out of.
It kind of, it looks very sort of reminiscent of like a jet fighter type intake.
That's what I thought with the Haas one. For some reason, it reminds me of looking front on like a fighter jet.
Well, the McLaren looks really weird. Yeah, but no, the Haas one does, but the Alpha Tauri just, yeah, kind of actually. A weird analogy for this. It kind of reminds you of just a tunnel.
Yeah.
Entrance. Does the Alpha Tauris?
They're just very square. We went on about square earlier.
What do you actually think of this? I'm not going to say stupid because it'll have some sort of fucking relevance. Front wheels. Obviously,
they have got relevance.
No, not the things that are slightly over the front wheels. Like the protector thing.
Well, they've had them before.
Yeah, but...
I'm assuming it's to try and protect the suspension and potentially the driver from the debris of a shredding tyre.
Yeah, but
I'm guessing it's main purpose.
Yeah, but they seem to be more prominent on these newer cars. I mean, looking at the Alpha Tauri, that looks like it hasn't got a suspension setup even installed.
Probably hasn't, I don't think.
I mean,
we'll be looking at these. They won't have engines in or anything like that. They'll just be.
Saw a video on Instagram earlier, actually, from F1 themselves, where it's just a little short clip of the Alfa Romeo going out on track. But,
yeah.
I hope AlphaTauri do well this time. I really do.
Oh, Gasly's owed a really good year, and he's worked hard. He's managed to get a win in an AlphaTauri.
Yeah.
He deserves some success out of this.
Yuki just needs to calm the fuck down.
I love you. I love him though.
I do.
I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
And just not give shit to his team. Yeah. He had such a good. He showed such promise at the start of last season, and it just all went down completely to shit for him.
He was the polar opposite of my F1 2021 season.
Yeah.
But no, I like Yuki. His attitude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's come into it a fresh rookie who doesn't care.
No.
He knows he's got a car there that can win races.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you go back to when he was towing Gasly at... was it Brazil? No. Mexico? Which is the one with a really long straight down at turn 1. Mexico, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he was towing Gasly down there. Jesus Christ. He does know how to play the team game. So does Perez. Fucking hell, so does Perez. Jesus. But I'm hoping that AlphaTauri are going to go good this year as well.
We'd like to see a general close-up. If Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, McLaren and Ferrari could get on to the level that Merc and Red Bull are at, we would have one hell of a season.
Yeah.
But at that point, you might as well get Alpine, Williams and Haas up there and have a right Royal Rumble.
Well, this is the thing. You know, it's how much testing have they actually been allowed this year? Did the new rules come? Because didn't the new rules come into effect for this year with the wind tunnels and things like that?
Was that
The regulations?
I don't know. I knew.
So obviously it was supposed to come into effect last year, but obviously because of everything that was going on, they suspended it for another year.
Yeah, I think the new rules did come in, but I don't know. Like we said, we don't know because we've not really heard much. Well, we know the regulations are there, but that's not really been pushed out to people, really, has it?
Sorry to take us into a breaking news story here. A tweet from the FIA FIA president from 54 minutes ago saying they've called an extraordinary meeting of World Motorsport Council to discuss matters relating to Ukraine and Russia. That could be an interesting meeting. Because they've already cancelled the F1 race. I wonder what that's going to be over.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe over May's pin and the influence of the Russian team, or
well, it's not just obviously.
It's not just
spin,
though,
it's
is it?
you know you've got
Schwartzman, and you'd probably do have a lot of other Russian drivers maybe within the lower F2, F3, maybe even the W series.
I'm pretty sure if you go into the game, there's a couple.
I know
there is F2.
Schwartzman is, but I don't know. I think there is others. But that's interesting. Well, we'll have to bring that development. But we won't find out what the hell's going on tonight.
No.
Right. Williams.
Yes.
I like that. I really like that.
It's
plain.
Very clean.
Yeah.
Well, the
Mr.
Title sponsor, aren't they, is probably the big problem.
Are they?
Well, there's nobody on there that jumps out. These are the people who've paid a fortune. Hence why it's their own name across the back wing in big letters.
Yeah, but the only real sponsor they properly got big wise is I can't pronounce it. It's a coffee company.
Lavazza.
That's the one.
Which is up on the top of the AirPod.
Well, they got Duracell. Seriously, they got Duracell.
I know they have.
Please to God tell me, we'll never see it, but please tell me somebody's taken the time to paint the ERS batteries black with a golden top.
Oh, that'd be
Nobody
brilliant.
would ever see it, but I would have to do it.
They've also got they've got
Dorliton or something like that.
Dorliton Ventures on the
Yeah, well,
side.
that's the main. So even though it's running under Williams Racing Team, they're the actual people that actually own it now.
Yeah, they're the ones who bought it up for family, aren't they? So
yeah,
so they're sponsoring themselves.
Yeah,
and then you've also got Bremont on the Halo as well. You also have Acronis.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. But the point I'm making is nobody's got that big name down the side.
No. You have Safina as well.
There's nobody putting the big money in. You look at most other teams will have, AlphaTauri and Red Bull, it's themselves because of who they are.
Yeah.
But every other team's got that name big down the side pot, which is the main sponsor, the one putting the bulk of the money in.
Yeah.
And without that, it's a long and expensive road.
Oh, yeah.
But, they've got an interesting season coming up. If we've talked at length. Albon, I don't personally see what he stands to achieve, but you never know. been wrong before.
I did say he'd be better back at DTM. I did say he'd be better back at DTM.
I just this is where I feel I need to, because I never rated him, and I'd said it, and then I bigged up Perez into the Red Bull car, and Perez delivered to an extent, but not as much as maybe we would have liked.
I reckon he might maybe this season though.
I think he's had a season selling.
I think the pressure got to Albon going to Red Bull, and that's what broke him.
I think Red Bull do have one big problem, and that is they have built the team, the car, and everything round Verstappen.
Yeah.
Built it around Max.
To bring somebody else in, unless they happen to drive exactly like Verstappen does, it can be difficult.
Yeah.
Gasly struggled, didn't he? End up being dropped back down to at the time the AlphaTauri or the Toro Rosso as it was. Kvyat had that issue.
I mean, somebody like Perez coming in, he's got the experience. He's a great team player, and he proved that.
And he also knows how to make a set of tyres last.
He does.
Yeah.
You know, when most teams are thinking of 2 stops, he's thinking, I might do one if I feel like it.
well, he's got to do one, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It just depends on when he does it.
Yeah.
But
we've got go back before Max. Go back way before Max. Let's bring Max out of the equation. Coulthard, Mark Webber.
Ricardo.
Danny was right, but Danny was in Max's era as well.
Bit late for a supermarket delivery, isn't it? Ocado?
Even Vettel.
Yeah, Vettel. But you look back at them.
They were second. Basically, they were never going to be given that top spot within the team.
Well, Vettel kind of did. Vettel got there, didn't
Vettel
he?
got there.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't Vettel still the only guy who's had a win with a Toro Rosso?
Most probably.
Probably.
But Coulthard came into the company, into Red Bull, as a number 2 driver.
Well, Coulthard came into it, he was very much on the back end of his career.
Yeah.
He basically came in because he gave them some experience off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember when he used to drive for Williams as Damon Hill's teammate.
And Häkkinen's. Häkkinen's at McLaren.
Then he went to Arrow.
Who?
Coulthard.
But, you know, we're going back to... This is where I get myself in a little bit of a knot, because I always forget, because at the time there was also the Red Bull Rally team, and they only liked employing people called Sebastian.
Yeah.
Was Buemi F1, or was Buemi was F1, wasn't he?
Yes, Sebastian Buemi.
And then there was Loeb was definitely rallying.
Loeb was rallying because Loeb recently beat Vettel in...
And then was it Ogier?
Don't know. Don't think so. Not sure.
Sebastian Ogier? Wasn't he not?
I don't know.
Wasn't F1.
Don't know. Without looking up, I don't know.
I'm on with it now. No, he's rallying, so he's outside.
Yeah.
He was at a point where I think there was the Toro, there was Sebastian Vettel, Sebastian Buemi, and then there was like Ricardo, who was going to have to change his name to Sebastian just to fit in.
Well, yeah, you had Danny Rick, but like I said, the likes of Coulthard and Mark Webber. So, but this is going completely off what we've got in front of us, and Williams.
Yeah, Williams. Like I say, he came back because I say
I'd love to see Williams do well.
Yeah, it would be nice to see that, considering McLaren have done that trick by now, where they were at the back with a shit car, and they've dragged it forwards to the 1-2 at Monza is going to go down in the history books.
Oh yeah.
I'd say, as somebody who's not the biggest McLaren fan, even I was like, yes, that was so deserved.
It was
so
that was a good one, yeah.
If only for that single picture of them celebrating on Bottas in the background.
Yeah.
As I said with the caption above, when somebody from an abused family sees normal people. It was just so perfect. But, you know...
But, I don't know, I reckon Williams can turn it around. They've got one decent driver.
Who are you talking about? Albon?
No.
Latifi?
Really? You rate Latifi? No. I'm sorry, yes, he's a Canadian. Nothing against Canadians.
As I said, they have one
no.
decent drive out of the two. If you had to choose out of Latifi or Albon, who would you choose?
Albon.
Really?
Yep.
Could I check who was on the F2 driver market? They could both outdrive me. I will 100% admit that. I have no against that. But I don't know. Like I say, Latifi's shown potential. Now, maybe half of it's just because he's had a car that can't. But then again, he was quite well outperformed by Russell last year.
Well, that's what I mean. If you look at Russell, like going back to last year, Russell and Latifi, Russell did him numerous of times in qualifying, but then towards the end of the season, I wonder if Russell give up a little bit, because Latifi did, like I say, Latifi did outdo Russell a few times. Whether that was George just either giving up or what. Towards the end of the season, I saw Russell just seem to not perform like we know he can perform. But whether that was the car, because the car's, getting towards the end of the season, reliability, and stuff like that.
And knowing the fact that he was going to Mercedes no matter what.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know, something just sort of, with Russell, just seemed to just kind of go down a little bit. Which was weird. I mean, I'll come on to that subject. I'll come on to this next thing when we get to that. That's fine. Right. Ferrari.
It's red. There's no green.
This is probably my second place car for the year, design wise. It looks good.
It does.
But second, third, because it's probably tied with one we're going to come on to very soon.
So, if you've noticed, obviously we've got a lot of sponsors here. We've got Shell, Santander, Velas, we've got Snapdragon, which is a processor company. We have Ray-Bans, we have AWS, Richard Milley, which, you remember when I said about the Mission Winnow thing? That's it. That is part of a parent company.
Yeah, but Richard Miller are a watch company.
Yeah.
There is a part of a group where they're in on like cigarette brands and shit like that.
Yeah, but they are not a cigarette company, they're a watch company.
No, but there is... I actually can't find them.
You're talking about Horometra, they're called, or something like that.
Probably.
The parent company.
So you've got Several Logistics. You have Estrella. Is that a beer company?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, it is.
What, Estrella Galicia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's lager is Estrella.
But I'm kind of... I know it's probably not getting displayed on the car, maybe? Can't see it on the car. Or Snapdragon. I'm just having...
No, it's not in the car.
So, it's one of the sponsors, but it's not being shown then. Then you've got the likes of Palantir. Never heard of it. Don't even know how to pronounce the O one.
I was waiting for you to try and get onto that one.
Obviously, you got Puma, Kaspersky, because Kaspersky is who protect Ferrari's data. They're partnered with that.
Radio book.
Radio Book, VistaJet, Giorgio Armani. Fucking hell.
Fashion label.
Yeah, I know. You got Manpower Group, Techno Gym. Now there's an interesting one right at the end.
Iveco. Well, there's a simple reason because Iveco owned by Fiat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And
but
Ferrari's parent company is Fiat, so it's all group.
then you've got that.
Male,
Yeah, Male, Pirelli, Skiff.
SKF.
Yeah,
Because
SKF.
if you're calling that skiff, and the next one's Nuguk.
Well, it's NGK Spark
There?
plugs. Fuck off, it's black and white. I'm struggling.
Broke him. Broke him.
You've obviously got Brembo, and then you've got Bell something.
Helmets.
Fair enough.
In fact, most F1 drivers' helmets will be made by Bell.
I'm not saying nothing on that.
Yeah, shut up, you Bell. Ridial, whatever. And then you got Garrett's motion, and Sabelt. So you got
Garrett, I believe, will be the turbocharger manufacturers.
Hmm.
And Sabelt do the race suits, don't they, if memory serves?
Possibly. But no, it is a nice looking car.
Oh no, Sabelt makes racing seats.
Fair enough. But it is a nice looking car.
I mean, it was always going to be red, yes, we get that, but like I say, to me, they're in a joint second place with one that we haven't discussed yet, which is the surprise one. But the black suits, you know, I think it's slightly darker than previous Ferrari, certainly judging by the pictures we're looking at.
Yeah.
You compare that red to the red on the Italian flag it's showing you below. It's not quite the full-on dark they did for Mugello.
It's not the Mugello. The Mugello red would have been lovely.
But I'm hoping to see good things. Ferrari need a good season again because they've been in the doldrums now for...
Well, they didn't do too bad last season.
Not to anywhere near the levels they'll want to be at.
No, true. True.
Look at there again.
Oh yeah, I've no doubt they will.
But they've got the sponsors behind them. They've got a hell of a lot of sponsors behind them.
It's what comes of being in the sport for as long as they've been.
Yeah.
Next.
It's a Silver Arrow.
The Silver Arrows. Now,
and it's silver this time.
Yeah.
I like it, but they've sort of inverted what they had last year, really, because they've got the black and then the green from last year.
Yeah. Well, the green is Petronas, isn't it? Because that's Petronas's.
Yeah, it's Petronas's green.
Yeah.
But they've kept, obviously, they've gone back to the original silver, which was, well, it's actually not the original silver, but it's 2019, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Mercedes, because they were the Silver Arrows back in the 50s, they were racing under silver, so it's the throwback to.
So obviously the sponsors for them is Petronas, Primax, and Petronas is a big sponsor for them. TeamViewer, AMD, then obviously right at the bottom on the skirt is ePerformance, and then they've got AMG, IWC is a sponsor.
It's also one that's pointed out to me, and why are they? Is there a competition between the teams to make the number as small as physically possible?
Why is that?
Well, look.
You can just about see number 63 and number 44.
Rather than like slapping it somewhere nice and big on the side of the car where it can be seen,
Yeah,
they've stuck
They've stuck it on the back.
Chocolate.
Now, looking at it, every other team's got it in the same place, but that's the only one to me that's that bloody small.
Yeah.
But good luck catching that as it hurtles past you at 200 miles an hour.
Whereas, obviously, Yeah, the Ferraris was quite
I'm going through all of them. Every other picture,
big.
the AlphaTauri could be a bit of a chance. I can't even see where it is on the.
I can't see it on the Williams.
No, well, the Williams doesn't have a number
The
on the car
Williams
at all.
doesn't have a
It
number
should
on
be
the
having.
car at all.
Can't see it on the McLaren. I'm guessing it's probably in the same place
It's
as.
on-
as
Well, it's on the arse end of the AlphaTauri. You can just see it.
Hmm.
It is on the Williams right at the very, very, very
No,
back.
the McLaren, it is. You can see
Yeah, that's
it
what I meant.
right at the back.
Hmm.
On the back, wow, really? That's a stupid place to put them numbers. Aston Martin is nice and big.
And in a colour that actually contrasts the paintwork below it.
Red Bull is on the back again. Haas is on the back, which is kind of, they're going to have to change the colour. If they're going to run a plain white,
Doesn't look like leave it plain white.
they're going to have to change the number colour because you can't see it at all. Because obviously you had the red, white, the blue, red, white, and then the number was on that bit. So, yeah, I kind of... I don't know how they're going to do it that way, but I know obviously they're on the front. The numbers are big on the front of the cars, which is a bit weird. If you go back to the Ferrari, quickly.
Frantic clicking. Best thing is I think I've got them in a different order to you guys.
You shouldn't have.
Mine aren't in the order we're doing them in.
No, they're not, but you go by the picture number.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Back to the Ferrari, yeah, I'm looking at it.
what number does it say?
16.
And on the front it says 55.
And what number does it say on the front?
That's because they're showing both, because I'm guessing they're both drivers' numbers.
Yeah.
They just put both on one car.
Which is, yeah, that was a bit weird. Whereas, yeah, I don't know about this. I really kind of don't know.
You hadn't noticed that till I'd said it, had you?
No.
It's just really obvious on the Merc that number is fucking tiny.
It is. It's, yeah, but I imagine it's on the front. It's on the
Oh,
front
it'll be on
wing
the front
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get why. I mean, who's going to see that fucking number at whatever, 200 mile an hour?
Yeah.
Just a stupid number. But anyways, that's the Merc. It's nice, but...
Next up's actually one of my favourite
It looks
ones.
better than the last couple of years.
Yeah, well, 2 years.
And then the next one, yeah, the next one goes for my surprise. That shouldn't work, but it does a walk.
The next one
It shouldn't work, but it does.
is Alpine.
Now, I specify I'm referring to the first one of this set, not the second one.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the non-special.
Yeah, that's the one, like I say. To me, if you said to me blue and pink, put it together and make it work, I'd think you were mad.
But they have done.
Yeah. I mean, we're going back to the running jokes of when it was going to be the Aston Martin, green and pink, like a freaking watermelon.
But it didn't.
No, they made it work, and this, I really like the Alpine. I really like. Maybe it's because it's a good, bright, shining blue as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what Alan likes. Alan likes the
pink.
The wheel covers.
No, not on this one. They haven't got any wheel covers on this one.
Yeah, it's just plain black.
No, it's not. Not on the normal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. That's just a reflection of a pink light. It's not actually got a colour to it. If you look at the front one's got grey on it.
I'm sure I don't know.
Nope.
I'm sure they were. Are they?
That's one thing we've lost with these covers. We've lost the Haas white wheels, haven't we?
Yeah.
The AlphaTauri white wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've lost the AlphaTauri rim, the AlphaTauris. But no, the blue and the BWT sponsorship. I know we talked about it and we said, oh yeah, well, Williams might be getting it, And then we found, then we said, oh well, there's a rumor going around about.
I don't think I'd never heard of about Alpine, but there was rumouring that Williams.
Yeah, this is what I was about to say. Williams was going to get it, and then I heard the rumor about Alpine.
I never heard it till it was signed.
No, I'd heard about it. Yeah, I'd heard about that.
I don't know. It's something that shouldn't work.
Yeah,
but it has, and it's done. Looks really nice.
It really looks nice.
But then you got the special, which to me doesn't look as good.
We can move on to the special livery.
It doesn't work.
It's inverted.
Well, it isn't, because it's just a lot more pink.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not inverted at all, because the only bit that stays blue is the very back of the car.
Yeah.
Everything else actually doesn't change.
But I don't mind that. But I can't see.
You've been hanging around with Alan too long.
I can't.
See, that's just going back to the old Pink Panther days,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But I can't see. I honestly can't see us getting that special livery again, because the game.
No, we won't.
The game will have released, because they're only running this special, we believe, for Bahrain and Jeddah.
It's the first 2 races.
Could honestly see a special coming back in somewhere like Paul Ricard. Bringing back for the home race or something.
Yeah. But I don't know. It is very Pink Panther-y, which is quite nice to see. And I think on that special livery, that is the functioning wing.
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's got the thing in the middle.
But it's also got a double cheese grater.
Yeah, they've both got an actuator on them.
Yeah.
But they've also got the double cheese graters on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to Aston Martin.
2 different sizes. If you want small bits or big bits.
Mm.
And we can't get. And Chris can't have an orgasm over the side pods because we can't really see them in these pictures.
They are. Yeah, you can. On the special livery. Look on the special.
Still, you're not getting a good clear.
You can see the shape of on the special. Look where the map
Prix, yeah, that leads
is.
down. That leads into them.
Yeah.
Look very, very sort of rounded to me. But
well, yeah, they are. They're a completely different thingy. They're a completely different design. I don't know, with the special, out of the 2, if I'm being honest, I prefer the non-special livery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just it's nicer. It just doesn't look like somebody's allowed a child to just literally colour everything pink. Oh, sorry, hang on. It's if they've allowed Alan to cover everything pink, but then...
I was going to say, when you said a child, you're talking about Alan, aren't you?
but then he forgets.
It read my mind.
But then he forgets to colour the certain sections, like the
No, he just ran out of pink.
Yeah,
Crayon ran out.
The back Alpine bit.
Yeah, his crayon ran out before he got there.
I'm going to give me a new one.
But it's quite nice that the numbering on the car is actually in the BWT pink as well.
But then he's on blue on the old pink car.
But then it's inverted on the other car, which, well, obviously if it was the BWT pink on the special livery, it wouldn't work. They do have a lot of sponsors though, Alpine. Castrol being quite a prominent name within the motor world scene.
Especially when just below it is BP Ultimate. They've got pretty much every oil.
They just don't have Shell. Ferrari beat them to that one. And we have been rattling on for a long time here, so let's wrap this one up with these 2 photographs and your thoughts, gentlemen.
I love the cover.
Cover?
The wheel cover.
Alfa Romeo.
Yeah. Now, the first thing that jumps out at me looking at the Alfa Is it me or does that top airbox look very restricted?
They've got a completely different design compared to a lot of the other ones. It's with some of the other ones, it's one squared sort of cover.
Hmm.
Whereas this, it's
Split in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah. It just looks to me, compared to a lot of the others,
It's very
almost if you would restrict airflow. Now, obviously, it won't do. They'll work that out.
yeah. It's very split in the middle. It's nice,
Yeah.
but I kind of didn't mind the
Camo.
Camo they ran.
didn't mind the camo.
That did look nice.
Wasn't as good. It's not as good as the snakeskin.
Oh no, that snakeskin one they did last year
Yeah.
was something different.
So
But even the wheel covers on this, it looks really nice with that red and white.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. So do you think? Because obviously we haven't seen, and it's one thing I never actually caught in the clip either. So do you think these wheel covers are going to go when the tyres go then?
Yeah, the whole thing come off.
Yeah, because you can see the wheel nut in the middle.
Oh! Will their wheel covers spin as the tyres do?
Yeah.
God, can you imagine the pattern that's going to come off that? If you had a decent side shot of it?
No, they're going to make them spin the other way just to screw with your mind.
No, they're gonna be probably
That'd
they're gonna be
fun.
spinners, aren't they?
Spinners.
Mm,
There's a throwback.
yeah. But whose idea was it? Now,
Well, they had to cut. They had a. I'm going back to.
no.
I think it was Braun's day, when they actually had wheel covers back then.
Yeah.
But back then they actually had to open it and close it themselves.
Yeah. No, but what I'm getting at here, before we wrap up, because we're going to wrap up soon, is whose idea, as a sponsorship or a team designer, whose idea was to have a sponsor on the, wheel protection? Because when are you going to see that?
Well, Mercedes has done it.
Yeah. To be honest, looking quickly through it, I think Mercedes AMG, so it's not really sponsor it themselves. Nobody else has got
A sponsor on the inside wheel.
No.
No, because I'll
Obviously, the McLaren's got the blue with the McLaren logo.
well, that's
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're saying Alpha of that ANX, whatever it
Yeah.
says. I thought you meant on the actual wheel trim from
no,
it. Yeah.
no, on the actual
Oh,
on the actual inside wheel protector, there is on both of them sides, there is the sponsor. There's two sponsors.
have a look at Ferrari.
For Wowie. Give me a second. That's the Santander logo in it, out of memory.
Yep.
I suppose if it's a flat surface and you want to buy it, they'll sell it to
Is
you.
it fuck? It's a Snapdragon logo.
Oh, that's Snapdragon.
That's Snapdragon's. It's not Santander, because Santander's on the back. No, that's the Snapdragon logo.
Yeah. But
Why there?
it's money.
Yeah, but you've got to think.
Why there? Because
What?
we're sat here now talking about it.
No, yeah, well, I get that, but what TV camera is going to capture that bit? The only
You'll probably catch that before it catches the fucking number on the back.
well,
You'd be surprised. You think when they stick some of these cameras, the static shot, because obviously it's static.
Yeah.
yeah, but I wonder.
Yeah, that's going around with the wheel. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know that, but it depends if it. You might get to see them. When they used to do the weird slow-mo shots.
I reckon you'll see it from the TV camera.
Yeah.
True.
Especially as you see that Snapdragon one, which is bending over the top.
Mm.
I think you'll see that from the TV camera.
Yeah, but more as well as the slow-mo shots that when they do the like the chicane slow-mo shots and shit to show certain effects of the car. I reckon you might be able to see them there. But anyways, guys, have you got any closing remarks? I'll leave you two for more closing remarks.
Williams all the way.
That's your bold prediction for 2022, is it?
I reckon it's going to be an interesting one.
Oh, definitely. We kind of already know it's going to be Merc, going to be Red Bull. I'll be very surprised if it isn't. But we've got a lot of opportunities this year. There's some interesting new drivers, some interesting changes. Like I said, I'd love to see Bottas do well in the Alpha. If Bottas could beat the Mercs in an Alpha, I would laugh for days.
But I reckon even if he gets up there, you know, okay, he doesn't get top 4, you know, 5th, 6th for an Alfa Romeo, it's doable.
It'd be better than what Kimi and Gio could do.
Yeah, Zhao, I've not seen a lot of his driving to be able to comment, so I don't know.
No.
All I've seen was because he dominated the first esports event, didn't he? Well, that's obviously not. That's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, that's virtual.
I don't know. Obviously, I'd love to see McLaren actually challenge Mark and Red Bull.
They might. Well, they did last season. If you think about it,
that's what I mean.
They were the next ones there, weren't they? And not, I'd love to see Norris get a win because he got so close so many times last year, and just Sochi at Monza. He was on for a bloody good showing at Spa.
He was at Spa, but unfortunately, Spa had other ideas.
You know, so yeah, well,
I'm not really putting predictions down. I'm just saying it's gonna be Merc, Red Bull, McLaren are possibly gonna be up there. Ferrari is possibly gonna be up there, and maybe Aston and Alpine. Obviously, I'd like Alpha to be up there. I would like.
Heck, we'd like everybody to be up there.
Well, yeah. Perhaps everybody up there. Maybe even, as wrong as this is going to sound, Haas.
This is where we're sat here after that first race, and Haas have dominated with a 1-2, and the podcast just 2 hours of us going, what?
Yeah.
Because you think about it, Haas didn't develop their car, so they're probably going to have a little bit of, maybe cash here and there now to have put a lot of time into developing their 2022 car. But we shall be finding out
very soon.
Very, very soon. So yeah, we're going to end this one here. So, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitch. All links are in the description. And me and the boys will see you next time.
Listen to the boys and adios amigos.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
And it is goodbye for now.